is Tony Lyons, and I am a county resident here right next to Ferndale. And I use the public library as much as I possibly can. I have been a social worker and in social service agencies for over 30 years. And I understand what it's like to have to do less for more. So I really understand where the police are coming from on this. I've often had to function in agencies where I have children and families suffering from everything from domestic abuse to sexual abuse and all kinds of other mental health issues in places where they had no privacy because social services are tremendously underfunded in this society. So I understand that. I come from a family where libraries are primary. My mother was a teacher for 37 years in big cities. So the reason that we're here is not to talk against or advocate against the needs of public safety and public education. Those are vital to all of us here. The thing that I really fear and wonder about is that all of this work that the mayor and the council have talked about today was done during times when all of us thought that there would be growth forever. And all of us thought we would have a retirement where we would have IRAs and we would have all this wonderful money we could spend. I've lost my job. Many of us here have been brought up fairly short by the fact that this economy is not growing anymore. And it probably will not ever grow in the way that we thought economies grew ever again. And I'm very optimistic about that because I think that we've been very greedy as a society in the ways that we've used the resources that are available to us. Now we have more limited resources. This is a different world that we're dealing with here, not the growth economy where everyone, all of us, were deluded into thinking that there would be plenty of money for a big police station. There would be plenty of money for a wonderful library. There would be plenty of money for a nice youth center. All those things could be possible. Well, folks, there are probably more of you in this audience that have lost jobs, that are facing a new reality here. I think we all have to share in that. And this is not a question of all this wonderful stuff was wrong-minded. This talk about development, this need for public safety. But this is a new world we're dealing with. And we have an $800,000 deficit already and climbing. And is there anybody in this room that thinks that's going to be reversed in the next year? And we're going to start being in the black again? Anybody?
Just you.
So that's my point, is that we are in a different climate. Why are we talking about spending this huge amount of money and going into debt when we're already in debt? My question for the mayor and the city council is, how are we going to afford this if the current pattern continues?
Thomas Floyd, I'll go next, I'll come back to you. We have basically set our budget to be a very frugal, negative budget. We budget for this amount that we're going to pay for this on the present trends. Is it bad? Yes. Could it get worse? Yeah, it could get worse. We could have a nuclear disaster and we lose it, but we have budgeted, so we have paid for this. So you can disagree with those numbers, you can call our office, we'll give you better numbers, but we budgeted and paid for it.